When selfish interests, lack of care and loneliness are killing our society, here's what we need to do. In a generation consumed by the self, we should not wonder why selfishness is on the rise, why relationships, whether intimate or distant, dissolve in moments, why trust in the intent of those around us is eroding fast, and why so many are caught in a state of constant fear and anxiety, having no one to rely upon, not knowing if anyone considers them in any decision impacting their families, groups, or communities. How often did you have the chance, friend, to witness acts of kindness and generosity in the last period? How frequently were you presented with the opportunity to applaud companies and organizations who engaged honestly in charity work, in giving back to the communities that have served them so well? How many times have you thought about others and have responded with generosity to your own impulse to intervene and help the ones in need? We cannot speak about a strong and stable society, integrity-centered leadership, and a bright future for us all if we dismiss what is commonly known as charity, kindness, or generosity, or simply put, the opportunity to serve the ones around us, to consider others when we act, the ones in need, the less fortunate, by sharing our time, knowledge, and resources. Charity, defined simply, means having the generosity to consistently give back to the people around you, to the community, in order to serve those who need assistance. But remember, friend, that generosity serves the man who gives and the one who receives best when it is offered from the heart, willingly and enthusiastically. And even though guilt, obligation, and group pressure can and is being used many times in order to convince people to share more, over the long term, our society will benefit most thanks to the internally driven individuals who share their treasures out of pure good intent. In an era that seems to consume us with false ideas of respect and self-respect, in a time when selfishness and isolation are masked nicely in a concept called self-love, we all, you and me, have to open up our souls and embrace as well as applaud generosity and charity, and we have to admire and support the individuals and organizations that are doing the same. One of the greatest charitable acts that a company can provide is to remain healthy, providing jobs for people who might otherwise not have them, as well as supplying the wages, the products and services that help to fuel our free market system. In a challenging economy where bad governmental decisions, conflicts and lockdowns have shaken businesses through their core, leaders of organizations have a duty to show engagement and willingness to adapt and improve, to assure that their decisions are considering everyone involved, from customers to employees, from janitors to stakeholders. Confidence and trust are built through considerate actions, and even in such times when involvement in the community might seem more of a luxury of the already successful and not a must for the ones struggling, the companies who decide to reach out even in small ways to demonstrate their social commitments to those communities where they conduct business will earn the confidence of the people. Applaud, friend, leadership that allows people the chance to develop a community stewardship culture in their organizations. Strong men of character, willing to give back to the community in return for the opportunity to succeed, because such behavior is a display of respect of the socially responsible and an indicator of integrity. Integrity-centered attributes like charity, kindness and generosity, lived through deeds and actions because of good policies in organizations, will eventually make better each individual of such organizations. And if you have the chance to work in such a place, you will notice, friend, that you will become a better man by sharing your time and resources with those who deserve assistance. Society is strengthened as a whole when hard times are met with kind and considerate responses. The expectation that an institution or organization, public or private, will take care of everything and everyone in the most dire moments is a pipe dream, and even if such entities exist, it is your individual duty to step up to the plate and serve the ones around you when the time calls for it. Keep in mind, friend, that the practice of giving back will require of you to be in the first place aware of the needs of those close to you, so pay attention to your family's needs, to your neighbors, get to know the small businesses in your community, as well as the people that are less fortunate, and support them through your actions. This kind of stewardship for those who legitimately need support is the only way to balance our society, the only way to build a healthy equilibrium between self-interest and social responsibility, the only way to still have a functioning world around us. If there is one idea that you should take with you from this short talk, let it be this. You as a man will never stand as tall as when you bend down to help someone in need. When giving is provided by the gracious efforts of those who care, the whole society is made stronger. Therefore, I dare you, friend, to refuse to bitter your soul with the poisonous idea of self-love and self-interest, and grant yourself the great gift of charity and kindness, because no act of goodness ever dies. Every good deed that you do will trigger some other good deed in the world around you, even if you may not know it, and it will come back to you in some form, as naturally and as inevitably as echo answers any sound. It may not come as you expected, it may not be how you expected, but sometime, somehow, somewhere, it will come back to you. And if we wish to have a flourishing society, if we dream to thrive and have long-lasting bonds with the people around us, we all, you and me, have to open our hearts and souls and care. Will you dare to share what's on your plate? Will you be caring enough to give a damn about the world around you? Will you give a helping hand to the ones in need? Or will you jump on the selfishness train, pursuing cheap pleasures and satisfying your own needs, regardless of the price everyone else has to pay? Your choice will impact everyone around you.